Hello, Stephan here with Liquidity with a video about the German verb lachen, which means to laugh. Some common usages, some related words, how it relates to English, how to translate it, how to not translate it. Liquidity. When you listen to those two words, lachen and to laugh, you may not see immediately that they're actually closely related, but if you look at them the way that they're spelled, you can actually trace back very clearly how they are closely related, because the GH in English used to be pronounced very much like a CH in German. Up until about the 15th century, the English word for to laugh was actually spelled like this, and it was pronounced lauchen. One nice thing about the German verb lachen is that it is conjugated very regularly. Ich lache, du lachst, er, sie, es lacht. Wir lachen, ihr lacht. Sie lachen. And so forth. Not just in the present tense, but also in the past tense. In the past tense, it's just ich lachte. Du lachtest. Er, sie, es lachte. Wir lachten. Ihr lachtet. Sie lachten. And the past participle for it, in order to form the present perfect or the past perfect, is simply gelacht. Ich habe gelacht. Ich hatte gelacht. And so forth. In both German and English, you have to be careful how you use that word. Obviously, lachen and to laugh can mean something very happy, can mean something very gregarious, something very positive, but it can also be used in a very negative way, right? To make fun of somebody, for instance. So here are some very common German variations of the word. First of all, two separable prefix verbs. First of all, we have auslachen. Auslachen means to make fun of somebody, to laugh at somebody in a negative way, to ridicule somebody even. So auslachen has the separable prefix aus. So if I use that in a sentence, I would say, du lachst mich aus. You're laughing at me, you're making fun of me. So it takes the accusative case, mich, in this case. A much nicer separable prefix verb is mitlachen. Mitlachen means to laugh along, to laugh, but not to ridicule somebody, but to enjoy the moment with somebody in a, basically not to take yourself too seriously and to just have fun and not, to make light of a situation. So you could, for instance, say, wir lachen mit. Wir lachen mit dir. You can say that as well. We're laughing along with you. We're having fun. We're making light of the situation. This is just something silly and we're just laughing at it. We're not laughing at you, but the situation, how silly it is. If you're laughing about someone or something, you would use the German preposition über. And über takes the accusative case. So for instance, you could say, ihr lacht über mich. You all are laughing about me. Or you could say, ich lache über den Film. I'm laughing about the movie. Here's a common German phrase, das ist ja zum Lachen. This is laughable. This is to be laughed at. So in this case, lachen is capitalized because it's actually used like a noun. Sich zu Tode lachen means to laugh yourself to death. Obviously, metaphorically, not literally, figuratively, right? So you could, for instance, say, ich lache mich zu Tode. Or you could say, wir lachen uns zu Tode. Martina und Uwe lachen sich zu Tode. They're laughing so hard it feels like they're dying of laughter. So if you're like laughing really hard and you just can't stop laughing, that's basically what that means. Here's one that's maybe a little bit old-fashioned. I'm not sure how many people really use that still, but you'll probably still hear it if you spend enough time among German-speaking people. Da lachen ja die Hühner. Even the chickens will laugh at this. This is so ridiculous that even chickens will laugh at this. Something ridiculous. So, da lachen ja die Hühner. Here are two words that basically mean the same thing. One is lächerlich and the other one is lachhaft. Lächerlich means just straightforward ridiculous, something laughable, right? Lachhaft is a little bit stronger maybe, a little bit more ironic, a little bit more caustic maybe. But basically they mean the same thing. Okay, I also want to share with you two nouns that have the word lachen in it. The first one is das Gelächter. That just means laughter, laughing, the laughing that you might hear. If you hear people laughing, for instance, you could say, ich höre das Gelächter. Or you can say, das Gelächter geht mir auf die Nerven. I hear the laughing, or the laughing gets on my nerves. That sort of thing. So, das Gelächter just means any kind of laughing. The second noun is die Lache. And that one is a little bit more specific. That means a very specific, very characteristic type of laughter that a person may have. Maybe you know somebody, when you hear them laughing, even from a distance, you can identify who that is, whose laugh that is, right? In British English especially, you will hear people say, oh, it's nice to have a laugh, or let's just have a laugh, meaning like, let's have a good time, let's have some fun, let's make some jokes, let's maybe play a prank on a friend or something. If you wanted to translate that into German, it depends a little bit on the circumstances. You would either say Spaß haben oder Spaß machen. Spaß haben means to have a good time, to have a good laugh, that sort of thing. Spaß machen means to joke around, to have fun in that sense, to tell some jokes or to just kid around. Thanks for watching. If you can think of some additional uses of the German word lachen or the English word laugh or any related words, please leave them in the comment. I'm always happy to read those, and time permitting, I will respond to them. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Check out my other videos. If you enjoy them, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. See you in the next video. Bye.